In this exercise, we're going to be nesting together two compositions. Remember when we started this project, we created two different compositions. The comp for Wonders of the Deep was the one that we created, and the Deep Sea Scene composition was one that was pre-created for us from a Photoshop file. From here we placed all of the title sequences, we went directly into it and animated, and we've been working just inside of this composition. Now let's pull everything back together and nest it all into one composition. To do this, back in our project panel, we're going to go away from the Deep Sea Scene composition and double-click on the composition for Wonders of the Deep. Let's add our Deep Sea Scene to our timeline by clicking on this composition and dragging it into our layer here. Notice now that this Deep Sea Scene, if I was to press play, plays our entire composition as one individual scene. So this is the power of nesting multiple compositions together into one final composition. Let's have this Deep Sea Scene transition into another complete scene. To do this, let's go to our project panel, and we can double click on it to import our Go Explore movie. With this done, we'll say open, and this will place our movie inside of here, and we're going to simply drag it into our layers panel until it's on top of what we're working from. Notice that this movie is shorter than our entire 10-second composition. It's only about 4 seconds long. So we're going to drag this movie to start at the end of our composition. So I'm going to drag it all the way until it aligns right here at the ending point. Now to get our animation to transition from this scene into this scene, we want to have a little ink blot animation that's already been created too. So again, go back to our project panel and let's import a file. In this case, it's going to be an ink blot transition that looks like this. We'll say open, and as we've done before with the others, let's click and drag our ink blot till it's above all the layers, and let's drag it over until it's right on top of our other movie. So this is what it should look like. This is a good point to save our file, so we'll go to File and Save. And the next thing we want to do is we want to use a track matte to add the transition from our scene that we created with Wonders of the Deep to the new Discovery movie, Go Explore movie, on the second layer. Here's what I mean. Let's go down to our Layers panel, and we need to be able to see the mode and track matte. If you do not see this on your layers, click on the word toggle switch modes between these two until you can see the track mode. On the Go Explore movie layer, this is slightly different from what the book is going to tell you to do. Set the track mode to be the ink blot transition, and this first little icon, change it from an alpha matte to a Luma matte selected. With this turned on and the ink blot selected, now when you play the movie, it'll transition and use both of those between the two. So it's going to go from here and then transition using that ink blot, which is really nice. From here, now let's save what we got. File and save. The last thing we need to do is to render our final compositions for saving.